Just Lake. So first of all, we would like to extend our world of apologies for the delay in this live telecast. It's all because of some technical issues in the studio. So nevertheless, good morning and Tashida Lake. My name is Tanzin Thargel and I'm an English teacher at Upper TCV School, Dharamsala.
And I'm Tenzin Chedun, the English mentor from Sambuddha Tibetan Schools.
And I'm sure you all are taking a very good care of yourself, your parents, and your studies. So today, before I start my first session, I would like to request Ketenchula to say a few words about this program.
Yes, actually Gela is talking about DOE's English Curriculum and Learning Standard Development Committee that was constituted last year, We are a 5-member committee chaired by Mr. Dinsishimi Nobala from LA and our education colleague Dr. Pima Yanchila as the advisor. We also have Mr. Sring Thundrubla, the present Sambuddha Tibetan School Society's director, as the member secretary, and we both as the committee members. So last year we visited different Tibetan schools and interacted with the students of classes 4 to 8 and their English language teachers. Not only this, we also interacted with the school principals. So based on our finding and observation of classes, so we drafted the English curriculum and learning standard framework after around, I think, more than 2 months in December last year to be implemented in all Tibetan schools.
Okay, so you see all your English teachers, they are taking their online classes, and your English teachers have so many lengthy syllabus to cover. So Ketenchula and I will be not teaching the textual, which is a part. Okay, now we will be here teaching the general English language skills in the next
8 weeks.
8 weeks, yes, okay.
Yes. So the live online English classes will be for 8 weeks, and every Monday and Tuesday we will have 4 sessions of 30 to 45 minutes. So the target classes would be class 5 to 8. And we really hope that these online English classes will help you in developing your English language skills.
Okay, so there is a COVID-19 pandemic all over the world, okay? So because of that, so many new changes have taken place, and you are, instead of learning in a school, you are just learning online, and we teachers are teaching online classes. So in fact, this has become a new normal in our life. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm quite new to this, especially this new, live teaching, okay? Yes, but I feel very honored and privileged to get this opportunity to do this live session, okay? So you see, whenever there is a new learning, environment, okay? Whenever you take a new challenge, we tend to make mistakes, okay? So I may also make some mistake, here and there, okay? So I would like to request all of you to forgive me, just like I forgive you when you make mistakes in this learning process, okay?
Absolutely. I agree with you, Gela, and I am with you in this. After all, we are all humans. So though it would be a little difficult for us because we won't be having face-to-face interaction like in a normal classroom setting, but we will definitely make an effort to make our classes more lively and effective.
Okay,
thanks. So I won't be taking much time because Gedin Stagla is very excited to begin his first session. So over to you, Gela.
Okay, thank you, Gela. Okay. Now I'm going to start my first session. Okay, yes. So you see, these are languages. Well, okay, there are so many languages in this world. Do you have any idea how many languages are there in this world, especially the spoken language? Now, normally it's not that easy for us to know the languages properly. But according to some experts, they said that there are roughly 6,000 to 7,000 spoken languages in this world. You got it? Okay. And not all these spoken languages have written form. Okay? Yes. Yes. So you see language. Language has two parts, written and spoken. Okay? Yes. So I told you not all the languages have written. Okay? Yes. Majority of the languages have spoken form. Now if you look at the Tibetan language, English language and Hindi language, for example, okay? Yes, they have both the written and spoken form. Okay? Yes. Now written and now let us take an example. Okay? Yes. Teachers teach online class happily. Okay? This is the sentence. This is a speech. Okay? Yes. It can be a written speech or it can be a spoken speech. If I speak that sentence, then it becomes a spoken form. And if I write this sentence, then it becomes the written form. Okay? Yes. Now, what do you think is the difference between written and spoken form? Yes? Any idea? Yes. So, the written form is normally more, practical, it's more formal. Okay? Yes. You have to keep in mind so many structures, so many tenses, so many things. Okay? So this is a written. Spoken, we used to have some kind of excuses. Okay? Yes. Now, teachers teach online classes. Okay? Now, this is a sentence and this is a part of this is a speech. Okay? Now, that particular speech has so many parts. That sentence is made up of different parts. Okay? Yes. Now, what are these parts called? These parts are called parts of speech. You got it? Now, for example, let us take an example of a body. Okay? This is my body. Okay? And my body is made up of different parts. For example, hands, head, legs. Okay? So many things. So like this, a sentence, a particular speech, a particular written speech is made up of different parts of speech. So do you know? These are called parts of speech. For example, teacher, teach, online, classes, happily. This is a sentence, and that sentence, that speech is made up of different parts. Okay? Yes. So, I want you to recollect, okay, you must have done the different parts of speech. Okay? Yes. So I want you to remember what are the different parts of speech. You remember? Okay. So in English, there are 8 parts of speech. There are 8 parts of speech. I'm sure you have already done this, and if you have not done this, you are going to do this gradually. Okay. So what are these 8 parts of speech? We have the noun, we have the adjective, we have the pronoun, we have preposition, verb, adverb, conjunction, and interjection. Now, these are the 8 parts of speech. So whenever there is a sentence or there is a written speech, it's important for you to have some of these parts. I'm not saying that you should have all the parts, okay? But the sentence is made up of these parts. Okay, yes. Now let us take example of the same sentence. Okay, teachers teach online classes happily. Okay, yes. Now I told you this is a speech, this is a written speech, and this written speech is made up of different parts. Okay, yes. Now we know that there are 8 parts of speech. Now I want you to look at these sentence, look at these words, and try to identify. Okay, now if you are able to identify, you just try to identify, okay, what is the name of, which is the part of speech used here. Okay, yes, teachers teach online classes happily. Okay, now since we are just starting from the basic. I want you to go through this and try to, if you are sitting with your sibling and if you are with your friends, you just can have a discussion and then try to identify this. Yes? Any idea? Okay, yes. Now let us see. Teachers. Okay, teachers, noun. This is noun. Teach, it's a verb. Online, it's adjective. Classes, again, noun. And happily, adverb. Now, these are the parts of speech. Yeah? Teachers teach online classes happily, you see. And this is made up of these parts of speech. What are these parts of speech? Noun, verb, adjective, adverb. Now, these are parts of speech. So, you see, so our speech, our sentence is made up of different parts of speech. So, it's very important for you to know about the parts of speech. Okay, now let us take another example. I want you to look at this sentence and read this to yourself. Reading improves our mind quickly. Okay, so this must be quite different from the previous one. Previous one, it's easy. Okay, now this one, I try to, give this example for the senior class. Okay, yes, and you will know this, why this sentence is meant for the senior class. Reading improves our mind quickly. Okay, yes. Now, these are the words, okay, used to make this sentence. So, once again, I want you to look at these words carefully and try to identify which part of speech is it. Reading improves our mind quickly. Ready? Okay, yes. So, if you have written your answer, let us try to see where it is right. How many of you got it right? Okay. Yes. Okay. The first one. Reading, it's noun. Improves, it's verb. Hour, it's pronoun. Mind, again noun. And quickly, adverb. Now, these are the parts of speech. You have to keep in mind that reading improves our mind quickly. This sentence is made up of these parts of speech. Noun, verb, pronoun, adverb. Okay? Yes. So, reading, okay, in the first one and in the first sentence, okay, teachers, it's very easy. This is noun. But here I've used reading. Okay, yes. Now, this is especially for the senior class. Reading is noun. But you may have some kind of confusion. You may get some doubt. Okay, reading, how come reading is noun? Reading is actually verb. Now, what I want to say is, now reading here, it's a gerund. Okay, this may be a verb, but here it's taking the role of the noun. So, what do you call such words? We call gerunds. Okay, so the gerunds can also come in the beginning of the sentence. For example, reading, writing, smoking, chatting, all these are nouns. Okay, yes. So sometimes noun may also come in the verb form. Okay, that is what I want you to understand. Now, did you get some idea about the parts of speech? Okay, a simple sentence is made up of different parts of speech. I've just given you the metaphor. For example, human body. Now, this is my body. Well, I cannot have a body without the different parts. Okay, hands and legs and head, ear, nose. Now, these become part of my body. So just like this, in one sentence, the sentence is made up of different parts. Okay, and these parts are called parts of speech. And in English, there are 8 parts of speech, which you need to know. You got it? Okay, so let us move on to the next. Now, there are 8 parts of speech. Okay, I'm not going to spend much time on this, which is the part of speech. Okay, but just to give you some idea. Okay, yes, they may be senior student and the junior student. Now, this session is supposed to be both the section. Okay, now if you are in the process of learning these parts of speech, it's just a recapitulation, and for those who have already done this, it's just a reminder and just a review. Okay, so let us quickly do all the parts of speech. Okay, with some examples. Okay, yes. The first one is noun. Okay, yes. Now in one column I have written noun. Okay, what is the noun? The function. What is the function? The function of the noun is to name. It's to name an animal, which is a thing or a person, and all these things. Okay, yes. And the position, which is a where does noun normally stay? Okay, what is the position of the noun? Okay, yes. Now I want you to look at these sentences and all these sentences. Okay, yes. Tibet is beautiful. I study English. We eat fruits. Compassion is very important. He is a teacher. Teaching is done in the class. Okay, yes. Now I'll just give you a few seconds to go through this and try to identify the noun. Okay, you can also underline or anything. You can discuss with your friends or siblings. Yes, underline. It may be very easy. Yes. Just take a few seconds. Okay, now let us try to see how many you got correct. Okay, yes. Tibet is beautiful. So, Tibet, the word Tibet is noun. Okay, I'm not going to go in detail about the different types. We will know this later. I study English. English is noun. We eat fruits. Fruit is noun. Compassion, it's very important. Compassion is noun. He is a teacher. Teacher is again a noun. Teaching is done in the class. Okay, yes. So you see, what should I say? These are the nouns in the sentence. You got it? Okay, yes. So it must be quite easy for you. Now, if you look at the position, okay, by studying so many noun sentences, you will just, instead of learning from things, you will get some idea normally where the nouns stay. Okay, Tibet is beautiful. Tibet is in the beginning. I study English. English is in the end. Okay, we eat fruit. Compassion beginning. Teacher and teaching beginning. So after looking at this thing, at least you can say, okay, noun is the name of a person or anything. In a sentence, noun normally takes the place of a subject. So Tibet is the subject, and it can also take place of the object. He is a teacher. Okay, so you will get some idea. Okay, so noun, what is noun? Okay, what is the function, and where does the noun stay? So whenever you come across one sentence, it's try to would you identify the noun? Okay, yes. Now this one is the second part of speech is verb, and we are going to do this in the next session. Okay, yes. Now, the next one is adjectives. Okay, yes, adjective. What is the definition? Adjective, what is the main function? The function of adjective is to describe a noun. It modifies a noun. Okay, yes. And let us try to see the position. Okay, now when I say position, majority, I'm not talking about the specific. It's majority of the time. Okay, most of the time. But sometimes there are some exceptions. Okay, I want you to look at these sentences. You can also read. Tibet has beautiful animals. These books are mine. I have 5 teachers. Which song do you sing? My teacher is a Tibetan. Tashi's book is here. Okay, yes, I want you to identify the adjectives in these sentences. You just take your time. Okay, yes, now let us see. Tibet has beautiful animals. Beautiful is adjective. These books, these adjective. I have 5 teachers. 5 is adjective. Which song do you sing? Which is adjective. My teacher is a Tibetan. Here you see 2 adjectives. Tashi's book is here. Now these are, which is the red words are adjective. You have to identify. Okay? Yes. So animal, the word beautiful, it modifies animal, beautiful, ugly, small, like this. So the noun is, which is modified by the word adjective. Now, if you look at the position, by looking at these sentences, you just try to tell me what is the position. Where does adjective normally, which is stay in the sentence? Okay, yes. So what I can say is adjective normally comes before a noun. Okay, beautiful animal, books, these books. Okay, yes. So now if you look at, what should I say, the Tibetan language, okay, you just try to see where the adjective stay, okay. Tingmo chimbo. Okay, tingmo chimbo. Mi yakbo. Okay, adjective normally comes after the noun. Okay, yes. And if you look at the Hindi, bara atmi, chota desh. Okay, yes. So adjective comes before the noun, just like English. Okay, yes. Now this everybody can do both the section. Okay, this adjective. But for the senior students, if you are interested, you can study more. You can go deeper, and you will find that there are 8 different adjectives. And by if you look at these sentences, I've tried to give some kind of idea about the adjectives here. For example, Tashi's book is here. This is actually adjective. Now here, possessive. Tashi's means. So what kind of adjective is this? This is possessive, like this. Okay? Yes, more. Okay, the next one is adverb. Okay, yes. What is the function? It modifies. Adjective modifies the noun and adverb modifies the verb. Okay, and then let us try to look at the position. Okay, now here I want you to go through these sentences. You read this and try to, while reading, try to identify the adverb here. We talk quietly. The students study interestingly. I lovingly help my parents. Children stay indoor. Sometimes we go to riverside. I always change my bad habits. Okay, yes. Now these are the sentences. You take your time, try to identify. Some of you may be doing very quickly. Okay, now others you may take time, but please, okay, I want you to identify this. Okay? Yes. Now let us see. We talk very quietly. Okay, yes, very quietly. Adverb. The students study interestingly. Okay, adverb. I lovingly help my parents. Lovingly. Children stay indoor. Sometimes we go to riverside. I always change my bad habits. The words which are in red. Okay, now these are called adverb. Okay, yes. So let us try to look at the position. Okay, by looking at all these position sentences, can you make out what the position of adverb is in a sentence? Okay, yes. So adverb normally, I say normally comes after the verb. Okay, talk very quietly, study interestingly. But sometimes there are some adverb always sometimes comes in the beginning. For example, can you see? Yes, sometimes. Okay, now this is adverb. Sometimes we go. It modifies the verb go. Okay, yes. So adverb. Okay, yes. Now for the senior student, if you are interested, then how many types of adverbs are there? There are 5 different types of adverbs. Okay, yes. If you look at these sentences, I have just used some of the types of adverbs. Okay, yes. Now let us move to the next. Okay, what is the next part of speech? Pronoun. Okay, now what is the function of pronoun? Pronoun replaces a noun. Okay, yes. And what is the position? Okay, yes. Now let us take an example. Okay, I want you to look at these sentences, okay, and try to identify the pronoun used here. Dawa is a student. He is good. Momo is a food that is loved by all. I went to a place. It is in Delhi. Okay, now I want you to go through this and try to identify the pronoun. What is a pronoun? Pronoun replaces a noun. Okay, yes. So let us see. Okay, yes. Dawa is a student. He is good. Now, he is pronoun. Why? Because the word he replaces the, which is a noun, dawa. Momo is a food that is loved by all. So, momo is a noun. That is pronoun. Why? That replaces word momo. So, momo is good. Momo is loved. So, again, momo. So, instead of doing the repetition, the word that is there. I went to a place. It is in Delhi. Okay, yes. I went to a place. The place is in Delhi. So instead of using the place, that noun is replaced by pronoun. Okay, so you see the pronoun replaces. Okay, yes. Now, what is the position? Okay, by looking at this thing, at least we can say that the pronoun and the was noun, the place remain same. Okay, okay, yes. Whenever we have noun, we can use pronoun. So, pronoun can come in the subject position, and pronoun can also come in the object position. You got it? Okay, now if you are interested, there are 4 different types of pronouns. Okay, yes, for the higher classes, you can just go deeper. Now, if you look at these things, I, you, we, they. Now, these are personal pronoun. Okay, yes, the personal pronoun can be divided into, basically 4. In the black part, these are all subject. Okay, because subject, these are subjective, because the sentence starts with I play, you play, he play. So these are subject. My, your, all these blue, these are the possessive. Okay, something that you possess. For example, my country, your country, his spoke, our school, their class. Okay, yes. And the one in the brown, this is objective. He gives me, I give you. So these are object. And the mine, okay, this is the other one, okay, the objective. So this is about the pronoun. Okay, the next one is conjunction. Okay, so conjunction, what is a conjunction? Conjunction is the word which joins. It may be words, or it may join the phrases, or it may also join sentences. Okay, and after looking at these sentences, let us also try to see the position of the conjunction. Okay, yes. So I want you to go through these sentences. Okay, I read and write every day. We love Delhi, but not the pollution. Wherever he goes, he carries a book. Neither Tom nor Mary is a Tibetan. So these are the sentences. I want you to identify the conjunction. You just take your time. Yes? Okay, let us see. I read and write every day. So the word and is a conjunction. We love Delhi, but not the pollution. Okay, but is conjunction. Wherever he goes, he carries a book. So wherever is a conjunction. Neither Tom nor Mary is a Tibetan. So all these, which we see, the words which are highlighted in red, these are conjunction. So if you look at the first one, the first word, it combines, it connects 2 words, okay, read and write, okay, yes. We love Delhi. If you look at this bird, the bird connects to, what should I say, a phrase. Phrase is a group of words, okay. Wherever he goes, he carries a book. Wherever is, again, a conjunction. Now here, it connects the 2 different sentences. You got it? So a conjunction is a word which connects word. Conjunction is a word which connects phrase, and conjunction is a word which connects the sentence. Okay, so if you are interested, you can just go in detail, because in conjunction there are 3 different types of conjunction. Okay, the first one are just the basic. Okay, and we have an acronym called fanboys. FANBOYS. You see, F stands for A and, N no, B but, O or, Y yet, S so. Okay, now these are the simple one, and then you go to the other 2. Now this is about the which they say the conjunction, and if you look at these sentences, you will just make out the position of the conjunction. So since it connects, conjunction normally comes in the middle. Okay, now as I've told you, there are some exceptions. So sometimes it also comes in the beginning. You got it? Okay, yes. Now let us talk about the next part of speech, that is preposition. Okay, yes. So what is preposition? So preposition is a word which shows relation. Okay, relation of the noun, phrase or sentence to the other parts in a sentence. Okay, and I want you to look at the position. Okay, so whenever we study these parts of speech, what do we do? First, let us try to look at the function of these words and then the position. You got it? Now, these are the things. Okay, now I want you to look at these sentences. I am in the Tibet TV studio. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. We started our lesson at 10 a.m. So unfortunately, we could not start today at 10, okay, because of some technical issue, because anything can happen in this world, and you should, what should I say, accept everything. So the last one, I got this book from them, okay. Yes, you go through these sentences and try to identify the preposition used in this sentence. Yes, preposition. Ready? Okay, let us see. I am in the Tibet TV studio. Okay, in is there. The sun rises in, sets in the west. Okay, in. We started our lesson at 10. I got this book from here. So all these words are preposition because, which if you look at the first one, I am in the Tibet TV. This is a word. Okay, yes, it connects the word. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So the preposition, it makes relation, okay, of the phrase. Okay, we started our lesson at 10. Okay, word, I got this book from here, them. Okay, now these are, which is a preposition. Okay, it shows a relation. I got this book, okay, them. So because of this word from, we make some relation. I got this book from them. So you see some kind of relation. Okay, yes. So for the senior student, if you are interested, there are how many types of preposition? There are 5 different types of preposition. Okay, now if you can also get some idea, I've just given you some examples. Okay, first one is simple preposition, just which is, and then which is we have double preposition, compound, participle preposition, and finally we have phrase preposition. Now, okay, the lower classes, you can take example of this. And for the seniors, which is a student, we do the same preposition, but you can increase your volume. Okay, you can go deeper into it. Now, this is how we separate the, which is the classes. Okay, and the last one, okay, this is interjection. So what is interjection? Interjection is a word or a which is a it's a group of words sometimes which shows emotion, and we get different kind of emotions. Okay, sometimes happy, sometimes sad, sometimes surprised, like this. So these are interjection. Now I want you to. I'm not going to take much time here. These are interjection. Look at the sentences. Hoorah, we did it. Okay. Ew, that tastes bad. Ouch, it hurts badly. Wow, what a beautiful day. Alas, we lost this great man. I'm going home finally. Yay. Okay. Now, do you see some kind of emotion? Okay. Sometimes emotion is happiness. Hoorah. Okay. Sometimes emotion is disgust. You didn't like, dislike. Oh. Okay. Sometimes ouch. Okay, sometimes which they say sad, alas. Okay, yes. Now these are the. Now the position. If you look at this sentence, you can make out the position. Okay, so most of the time we normally have interjection placed in the beginning of the sentence. Okay, but sometimes yes, we have interjections which placed in the end of the sentence. So I tell you there are so many exceptions. You got it? Okay, yes. Now let us try to recapitulate what we have done in this session. Okay, yes. We talked about English language. Okay, there are so many, around 6,000 to 7,000 spoken languages in this world, and not all the languages have written form. Most of the languages have spoken form. Okay, yes. And you have also which you studied the different which is the difference between the spoken and written. The written is more formal. Okay, spoken we can have anything. Okay, so whenever we study written, we should study all the which is structure and grammar, and there are so many things we have to keep in mind. Okay, and today in this first session we have which we recapitulate. We have just reviewed. Okay, the parts of speech, and I told you in English there are 8 parts of speech. Okay, yes. So this is what we have done today. Okay, yes. Now, before I leave, I want you to look at this sentence. Okay, yes. Doji studies with his sister because she is sick. Doji studies with his sister because she is sick. Now I want you to identify the parts of speech. I've tried my best to accommodate as many parts of speech as I can in this sentence. Okay, so we have already done the 8 parts of speech. I want you to identify the 8 parts of speech. Okay, yes. So I'm sure you will try to identify this, the last sentence. Okay, Doji studies with his sister because she is sick. You got it? Okay, yes. So I'm going to stop here, my first session. Okay, and I will see you in the next.